Arminta needs to be supported, not crowded out by celerity. Am I right? And we are in a historic moment right now where in the White House in Washington, D.C., we have a billionaire privatizer, Donald Trump. And he has appointed a billionaire privatizer as his Secretary of Education, Betsy DeVos. And each day we hear about more cuts, more privatization. Today was hearing about the National Endowment for the Arts, which actually provides arts programs for low-income youth being cut to the bone. These are things that privatizers do. They cut programs and they bring deregulated programs into schools and into public institutions. That's not what we need. And right here in Los Angeles, we've got the same thing playing out, where it's two different visions. Are we going to support privatizers and billionaires using our public institutions? Are we going to support that? Or are we going to support grassroots efforts by communities, students, parents, educators to build up our public schools? We've got the exact same thing playing out here in Los Angeles that we have playing out in Washington, D.C., and we're going to stand on the side of students, educators, and parents, right? So there's a few things that we can do and that we are doing. One of the things we can do is we can say that organizations like Celerity that have broken the public trust should not be offered any public space. The second thing we can do is we can say that the State Board of Education in Sacramento should support what the LA School Board did. The LA School Board said Celerity should not be able to open two of their schools because of these problems with finances and corruption, and we do not want the State Board of Education to overturn our school board. Am I right? So that's the second thing we can do, is the state should be supporting the actions of local school districts, not overturning them. The third thing we can do is support legislation, state law that changes the way things are done. We've got to have state law that requires that if you accept public money, you have to accept basic public standards. You have to accept transparency for your budgets. You have to accept that parents should be invited to your meetings. You have to accept conflict of interest standards that keep you from spending public money on Armani suits. These are the basic things. We need state law to that regard. We also need state law to support local school boards in their decisions about our local schools. Who knows better than a democratically elected school board about what our students need? Elected by you, elected by parents, elected by educators. Now, we need those laws, we need those changes, but we also need champions. And we've got two champions here with us today. We've got a champion in Assemblyman Reggie Jones-Sawyer, who's going to speak in a little bit about legislation that he's bringing. Give Reggie Jones-Sawyer a nice round of applause. And we need champions like Imelda Padilla, who is running for school board in this district.